It's time for Tiger Talk, heard before each Salem Tiger basketball game with Stan Stevens and Coach Jared Patterson. Tiger Talk is being brought to you by Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon with Alicia Watson, Candy Mink, and myself, Katie Carty. Now, Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
Welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens, Coach Jared Patterson. Coach, basketball season has arrived, but there's been a lot of preliminary work getting up to basketball season. All started this past summer, didn't it?
Yes, we had a big summer. We traveled quite a bit and put in a lot of work, battled some really good teams, some really big programs around the state, up in Kansas City, down in Branson, and then also down south in West Plains. And, you know, we traveled the miles and battled, competed, won some games, lost some games, and really put in time and effort this summer. Hopefully it shows this winter.
When you get the guys away from home like that, do you find that unites them a little bit more and makes them more as a team, Coach?
Yeah, you hit it right there. I mean, you know, to spend time with your friends and buddies on the team and kind of that team camaraderie, building that culture that we always talk about is just huge for our kids. And then also just getting to play basketball and getting to travel. And it's just fun for, you know, high school kids to be able to do those sorts of things and kind of a reward for us. Raising the money and putting the work in, kind of a treat for us in the summer.
And when people see this team, they're going to recognize a lot of the names because if there's virtually everybody coming back, you're going to miss Gunner. Gunner was a big part of Salem Tiger basketball for 4 years, but you've got a lot of returning guys coming back who experienced a very good run in districts last year, Coach, and that can only benefit them this year, can't it?
Yes. Gunner was an exceptional player. He was a very good leader for us, and we relied on him a lot of times at different moments in the year. But our big core group is coming back, and, you know, they had a lot of success later in the year and kind of build off of that this year. Hopefully gives us a fast start and kind of ahead of the game of where we were last year.
And some of your underclassmen are guys that played JV last year, Coach. It may not have been what we'll call prime time ready. They had developed a lot last year, and they're ready to step up. And now you've got some pretty good-sized boys down there on the lower part of your lineup down there. When you get to those big numbers, you got big guys. And so you got Mink, you got Trey Parsons. There's some beef down there, isn't there?
Yeah, we definitely are adding some size down low for sure. It's very rare for a school our size to have 5 guys listed 6'5" and bigger, but we do that. We're going to use at least 2 of them on the court most of the time, and then we have a mix that can go small as well and shoot the ball a little bit better. But we really have a lot of pieces this year to work with, and it's going to be exciting to kind of use that and take advantage of that.
Well, we were talking a little bit before we got started with Tiger Talk, and you were mentioning how it looks like all 3 levels in the high school level, the freshmen, the JV team, and the varsity team, all look to have improved from last year. And when you start to see that improvement and kids buying into what you're doing, Coach, you can see that change in their confidence, can't you?
Oh, yes. And I have a really good coaching staff with Coach McLaurin and then all the way down to the middle school. We have a good group and we work really well together. And this year we just kind of have a head start. We have a year under our belt. We know the kids better. We kind of know what to expect. The kids know what to expect. And, you know, we kind of hit the ground running this year. Last year we were putting a lot of different stuff in and, you know, getting to know the kids and kind of how everything works. So this year we kind of feel like we're ahead of the ball, got the ball rolling and in the right direction. And at all 3 levels, like you said, our freshman group is just a bunch of athletes and kids that have been playing travel ball all growing up, really good group. And then our JV, also another bunch of athletes that can shoot it. We got some big guys inside. And then our varsity obviously has the athletes and some bigger guys inside to work with. And, you know, we got a lot of good things going for us right now.
So when you're out there and you get this talent that you now have very good knowledge about, because last year was your first year doing it, you're learning about the guys, they're learning about you. Is your coaching style, do you change the way you coach a little bit depending upon who you have on the floor or what you want to do on the floor? So if you get, say you got the big beef guys down low, you want to change the game a little bit more down low, moving that ball down, or you want to go back outside, is your strategies change with the personnel you put on the floor, Coach?
I think it changes. As coaches, you got to be flexible and you kind of got to work with the talent you have. And, you know, if we have an advantage inside with our bulk, we're going to use that. If we have an advantage with our kind of taller athletes like Caden Gately, Briar Bobbitt, we're going to use that. If we need our athletes to get out and run, we might put a couple of those younger sophomores in there and run it a little bit more, spread it out, spacing. And it'll kind of just be night to night, just how the matchups work out, maybe fouls. The new foul rules kind of come into play too. But we're gonna do what we think is best, and the guys that are being successful, they're going to be on the court. And we're going to use that to our advantage.
It sounds like, Coach, is something that we really haven't had in a long time. It sounds like you're going to have a complete full bench full of the players that you really want on your team that are going to complement each other. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, there's some sophomores and then a couple juniors that I could play, and, we could be real successful. But these, seniors have earned it. They stuck through last year. They kept battling, kept improving, and it's just good things right now. The kids are responding well. They're working hard. They're doing all the right things right now. And it's just really happy to see how much we've grown and built a team culture this year.
And they're ready to play an opponent, and your opponent's going to be Dixon to start the season. And Coach, tell us a little bit about the Dixon Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, we started with a tough team. This is a 15-win team. They only graduated a few guys. They bring back 3 starters and a couple role guys that got big minutes. They have a point guard that's a really good player. He's a senior, strong player. And then they got a big 6'5" kid, athlete underneath that we'll have to match up with, and then a few shooters at guard. And then Coach Ray, he's a really good coach, really knows what he's doing, and has built a really good culture over there in Dixon. And those kids play hard. They play to the whistle, and they compete. We've been watching some different games and stuff, and they won 15 games last year, beat a really good Licking team later in the year, and, you're going to get a dogfight when Bulldogs come to town.
Not to look forward too far, because you talk about that very good Licking team, and you're going to be facing the Cat Classic just early next week. But let's just talk a little bit about the early part of the Salem Tiger schedule. Usually it is a pretty difficult first 7 or 8 games, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, we don't do ourselves any favors. We start out kind of bang with Dixon here on Friday night, and then Tuesday, we had the Licking on Tuesday, and then we have a little break for Thanksgiving. We play Owensville by Burnham, St. James, and then we head up to the lake for a couple games, and then finish with Sullivan before Christmas. And so we're going to have some competition here early, and we got to start out on the right foot. That'll be big for us. Last year we started 1-0 and then kind of hit a fall there for a little bit. So we want to, start on the right track and keep that going this November, December.
And you're really going to lean a lot on these seniors to probably lead as a group. Last year, your seniors obviously limited really. You had Gunner as your main guy that everybody went to. But you've got a nice collection of guys this year that can really lead you in more than one way and in different ways, because they all play a little bit different game, don't they? Yep.
And, these guys were juniors last year and, kind of got by on that. And now this year, it's your senior year. This is, time to turn it on, and you won't get another senior year. So I think we've kind of seen that in practice this year. And, the kids are just itching, ready to go, and just ready to get this thing started.
Well, Coach, the very best of luck tonight against the Dixon Bulldogs. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Stay tuned. Tiger basketball. It is next.
Thank you, Stan. That has been Tiger Talk with Coach Jared Patterson, brought to you as a courtesy of Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger basketball is next.
Progressive Ozark Bank's debit card is now ready for your smartwatch or phone. It's compatible with Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay. Just upload it to your mobile wallet and go. No more fumbling to find your card when you're in a hurry. Just tap and pay. Simple, easy, and secure. That's the progress of local banking. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured. Where people matter.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Check out these fall specials going on right now at K&H Auto Supply. Stoner Glass Cleaner for $5.99. Rain-X Interior Glass Anti-Fog Spray for $7.49. And Rain-X Pro Ceramic X Glass Cleaner Plus Water Repellent for $9.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Park City Auto Parts store right here in Salem.
Park City.
Yeah, Park City.
Smart City.
Save on every.
Welcome to this KSMO media broadcast of Salem Tiger Basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Salem Memorial Hospital, Farm Bureau Insurance, Salem Memorial Clinic, Country Mart, The Bank of Salem, Napa, Muni Auto Supply, Townscreen LLC, Taxmasters, Town and Country Insurance, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Incorporated, Southtown Furniture, Healthy Dent County, New Life Auto, Tater's Sporting Good and Taxidermy, Melvin Motors and more, On the Spot Auto Glass, The Local on 4th Street, United Country Salem Realty, All Farm Plus Construction and Ag Services Company, Looking Glass Salon, Flying W Boutique, Hubs Tire Center, and Ozark Overhead Door LLC. And now get ready for Salem Tiger Basketball.
And we welcome you, Salem High School Gymnasium. It's opening night for basketball season, and I hope you're all excited about it because the Salem Tigers are taking on a very good Dixon Bulldog team, and this will be a fun game to start out the year against. Salem Tigers, a very experienced team this year. We haven't been able to say that in many years, where we've always had kind of a young team trying to rebuild. But this year, we have a lot of guys who went through that run last year at the end of the year. They learned a lot, and hopefully they'll come out with the intensity and the confidence they gained from getting that long run in district play. I'm Stan Stevens. Ben's on the controls outside on the video side. Jim's back at the station manning the controls there. And it's going to be the Red Bulldogs against the Blue Tigers here tonight. And I hope we're going to have a fantastic game. Earlier tonight, our JV, they defeated the Dixon Bulldogs by a score of 62-28. They were hot. And the freshmen got off to a slow start, trailed at 11-0, and then battled back but still lost 18-15. So a lot of good things from them. They just got off, they didn't buy a basket for the first quarter, but they really played well in the second quarter. So the Salem Tigers will be in the white jerseys if you're watching on our KSMO stream. And if you're watching as well, you'll see the Red Bulldogs in their red jerseys trimmed in white and black numbers. So here's the starting lineups for the Salem Tigers.
Bryson May, senior. Hayden Sanders, senior. Caden Gailey, senior. Trey Parsons, senior. Trey Richter, senior.
We're all getting the start tonight. Nice crowd on hand, large student contingent. And this should be a lot of fun. Let's get off to a great start this year, Tigers. And let's have some fun with basketball. Caden Gately will go up against Thomas McBride. It'll be McBride, by the way. He'll be at center. They'll have Maverick Yoakum starting tonight. He's wearing number 11. Drew Young wearing number 5. John Kramer, number 4. And Case Sinden, number 2 for the Bulldogs. Right now, McBride and Gately. Gately tips it down to Richter. Going down to Sanders. All the way down. Score! That didn't take long. Nice play right off the tip. 2-0 Salem Tigers. That took 4 seconds. Sinden has it now. The Bulldogs will probably slow it down a tad bit. They get it down to McBride. Lost the ball. Stolen away by the Salem Tigers. Here's May. He lays it up and in. And a timeout called immediately by Coach Ray. 4-0 Salem Tigers. And we're going to take a break and come right back in 30 seconds after that timeout by Dixon. It's Salem 4 and Dixon nothing. Back at 30. Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Town & Country Supermarkets. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available. Then clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at the store for your favorite items, then tell us your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan this QR code to learn more and start saving more today.
Back to action as it'll be Young trying to get it in. Tigers with full court pressure. You're interested to see what kind of defense Salem had. And in the JV game, they were man-to-man. They were a tight man-to-man defense. thwarting Dixon throughout most of that JV game. Here comes Kramer into the offensive zone. Stops, bounce pass across the Young right side. Drives in, can't shoot. That one's stolen away by the Tigers. Here's Richter going to May. May trying to get it up, can't do it, but he's fouled underneath by Maverick Yoakum. He'll go to the line. Now remember, this year the Missouri State High School Activity Association has changed the rules on free throws. Right, you get 5 free throws, free per quarter, and then after that it's a no more 1-and-1s. It's all double bonus after that. So it's a little different. Every quarter they reset the fouls. Now on a foul like that, a shooting foul, no changes have been made there. But on the non-shooting fouls, again, 5 and a quarter, then you go in a double bonus immediately, and it's reset every quarter. As May hits them both, he's got 4. Tigers up 6-0. Young getting it in, down quickly down the other way. Here's Sinden. He pulls it up on his side of half court. Down to Kramer. Kramer goes down low and losing the ball, but getting it right back and putting it up and in is McBride. McBride's their big guy inside. And they'll be trying to get it down to him. They kind of run the offense through him as Trey Richter comes down in the corner to May. May looking inside, nothing there. Trying to go outside, trying to bank that off of Yoakum, and does, and the ball stays with the Salem Tigers. 5 seniors on the floor right now for the Salem Tigers. They've got a good mix on this varsity team. Long pass out to Sanders. Sanders beyond 3, trying to get that to May. Ball still loose on the floor, stolen away by the Dixon Bulldogs. Here they come. Sinden on top. Waiting for it there is Young. Young down low, trying to put that up as Maverick, and he is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. It's the first turnover by the Salem Tigers. Hayden Sanders with that foul under the basket. And Yoakum to shoot 2. First free throw short off the front of the rim. 6-2 Salem on top, just underway, 1:17 into this first quarter. Next free throw, that one is good. Sanders will get into Richter, quickly down to May left wing, the middle of the floor. May trying to dance through, and he'll be fouled. I believe that's going to be Kramer that's going to pick up that foul. And it is. John's first. Pass comes into Richter. Trey, bounce pass to May, right wing in front of the Dixon bench. Goes left corner to Sanders. Back out to Richter, still beyond 3. Pass to May. On the perimeter, back to Richter. Trying to dance into Parsons, down low, banks it up and in. Trey's first basket down that low post. Turn around, used the glass, kissed it in. 8-3 Salem Tigers. Sinden walking up slowly over the timeline. Stops, looking inside, getting it there to McBride. Outside it goes to Young. Back to Sinden. Sinden trying to drive in. Left wing to Kramer for the 3. It's off the iron. Comes out hard to Young. Young brings it down across to Sinden. Sinden right in front of the Tiger bench. Bounce pass back to Young. Young all the way across the floor. Kramer there, another 3-pointer. This one also no good, and brought down by Gately on the backside. Gately has that taken right out of his hands, and the pass goes off the leg of Kramer. So a steal right away. Nice job there by Young, taking it out of Gately's hands, but then turns it right back over on the pass. 8-3 Salem. Caden Gately getting it into Richter, to May. May, right side pass to Sanders. Across the floor to Trey Richter. Richter drives down left side toward the corner, fires it all the way across to Sanders, open for the 3-pointer, off the iron. Comes down in the hands of Richter. Richter trying to kick it outside. May has it. May stops, trying to go inside, off the glass, won't go. And a blocking foul called, I believe, on Kramer. Should be his second foul. And May back to the line to shoot 2. Leighton Mink getting ready to check in. May with 4 points of the 8 for Salem Tigers. He's 2 for 2 from the line. Mink will probably come in for Parsons here. Free throw. Perfect. Two big boys down low for the Salem Tigers, and Leighton Mink and Trey Parsons. Trey just got his first basket. See if Leighton can match that up here shortly. 9-3, and May makes it 10. He's got 6. Tigers lead at 10-3 over Dixon. As Sinden again will take his time, come to the timeline. Looking right side, getting it there to Young. Back to Sinden, left side to Kramer. Kramer had that ball tipped, stolen away by the Tigers. Here comes Richter. Richter down, all the way down, lays it up, missed it. Ball tipped outside and brought down by Yoakum. And then a jump ball called as May ties up Yoakum. It'll belong to the Dixon Bulldogs. Three steals so far in this game for the Salem Tigers. They've capitalized on 2 of them. Again, Salem in a half-court defense, and they have been for the last 3 rushes up. Started the game out, though, with a little bit of a press. Out on top, Kramer going back to Sinden. Sinden bounce pass down low to McBride, and he gets it underneath to Yoakum, who lays it in. That's a good passing play by Dixon right there. 10-5 our score. Here's May. He has Sanders all on the right side. Hayden pulls it up back to May. Beyond 3. Can't drive in. Then he has that ball stolen away there by Young. All the way down. Young missed it. And taken there by Richter underneath the basket. Richter the other way. Richter lost the ball. Comes loose. Picks it back up. Underneath the Mink. And he can't get the shot off as he is fouled by Kramer. And he'll have 3. John Kramer will pick up his 3rd foul here. We're early in this game. And Mink goes to the line. He'll shoot 2. Coach Ray's going to have to make a change, I'm sure. I think he can afford to lose one of his better players, and Leighton Mink hits that free throw. Camden Burns will come in. Cole Kramer with 3 fouls in the first 3 minutes and 36 seconds. Leighton Mink's next free throw is no good. Tipped up high in the air and taken down by Gately. Gately trying to turn with it, ties up, and the Salem Tigers will hang on to it. Caden tried to back up. He was tied up by Yoakum. They called the possession arrow. Salem Tigers on the jump ball call. Richter into Gately in the corner. His 3, no, comes off the iron straight into the hands of Sinden. Sinden the other way against Sanders. Stops, goes all the way outside to Young for the 3-pointer. It's off the front of the rim, no good, and goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Salem Tigers. Landon Richter ready to check in. He'll come in for Mink. Leighton got a point out of his first time in this year in varsity play. A little pressure by the Bulldogs, but Tigers able to break that as Sanders goes to Trey Richter. Brother Landon out there as well. Trey gives it over to May. May trying to drive in. It does, and then is fouled on a reach in, I believe, by Burns. And that would be his first, and that will be the 5th team foul for Dixon. And so Salem will have a double bonus now the rest of this first quarter. And they'll reset those fouls when they get to the second quarter. That's the new Misha rule. It's going to take a little while getting used to. I always like 1-and-1s, but they're not doing that anymore. May hits the shot. (12-5) Salem Tigers, 3:58 to go. And Coach Patterson wants a timeout. Well, we always appreciate our sponsors to make it possible to take these timeouts and to bring you Tiger basketball like New Life Auto. So we congratulate them on being a fine sponsor of Salem Tiger Sports. And we're going to take a 30-second break and come back. Salem 12, Dixon 5. This is Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors that we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events. A couple of these sponsors are United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells, broker owner. Stop by their office located at 605 South Main Street. All Farm Plus Construction and Ag Services Company. Give them a call at 573-739-9593 to get started on your next ag project. Be sure to thank these sponsors the next time you see them for bringing you Salem Tiger Sports and community. Mid-Ozark.
Ryson May has another shot to go. 1 of 2 so far. 12-5 Salem Tigers. Free throw is good. He's 6 for 6 from the stripe. 13-5 Salem. Sinden has it. Trying to get away from Landon Richter. Fires it across to Burns. Burns goes down to Quarter McBride. Trying to get it to Maverick. Knocked out of bounds by the Salem Tigers. Underneath the basket, Sinden. Trying to get it to McBride. Can't. Now fires it out high. Taking it down there is MJ Ford. Getting it back to Sinden in front of the Salem bench. Sinden back to the middle of the floor. Guarded there by Landon Richter. Sinden stops, tries to go right side to Ford. He does. Ford beyond 3, trying to drive in. Can't. Back on top. Burns. He tries to dance in. Can't. To Ford. His three-pointer offline. Brought down by Sanders. Long pass down to Landon Richter. The Tigers go back on offense. Long pass across to May. May double teamed. Trying to step inside. Goes back outside to Richter. Trey into the paint, and he is fouled there. And he'll go to the line and he'll shoot 2. Salem being very aggressive into the paint. And MJ Ford will pick up his first foul. 6th team foul for Dixon. 3:17 to go. Trey Richter makes the first. Early in this game, 14-5 Salem Tigers. Richter hits them both. And the Salem Tigers been good from that free throw line here early. 9 of 10. With it is Sinden coming down the line, and Sinden will be fouled there by May. May kind of forced him out of bounds. Sinden was all but stepping on the line to begin with, but May kind of just angled him out of bounds. So May gets his first foul. 2nd team foul for Salem. Inbound from Burns, comes back to Sinden. 3:10 to go, first quarter, 15-5, Salem Tigers on top. Sinden has that ball stolen away by May with Landon Richter. May stops trying to get the shot off. He does, but it will not go. And Sinden fouls May, who goes back to the line again. Case Sinden with the foul, and it's his first. May back to the free throw line again. Now shooting 2 now, whether you're a shooting foul or not. Free throw's good. May going for his 10th point here in the first quarter. 8 of them, if he makes this, by free throw. He does. He's got 10. Salem with 17 against Dixon here early on. There's still 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Long pass and almost kept alive, but the Tigers steal it again. Down low to Sanders, he scores. 6 turnovers already by the Dixon Bulldogs, and Salem has 5 steals. With that ball forward, far in the middle to Sinden. Quickly down the other way, here's Young, 3-on-1. Young off the glass, no good. Tip brought down by McBride, blocked away by Gately. McBride wants to try it again. Too hard this time. And here comes Richter as he brings down that rebound. A long pass to Sanders. Down to May on the baseline, but he steps out of bounds. Bryson tried to tightrope that line down there. Just couldn't do it. Turns the ball over. What action here early on in this game. Tigers with some pressure. Steal it away. Here's another steal. Here's Richter trying to get it to May. Richter still has it. Cross to Sanders. Beyond 3. Doesn't take it. Now from 9. Good. 21-5. Salem on top. And Coach Ray will burn another timeout. We're going to take a 30-second break and come back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center in Salem is here for all of your veterinary needs. From your house cat to a herd of cattle, Dr. Cunningham and her expert staff are here to help. Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center is committed to providing your animals with the highest level of care and support. Schedule an appointment today for checkups, boarding, surgery, supplies, or even 24/7 emergency services for established clients. Stop by or call in today and get the veterinary care that your pets deserve.
Always thank our sponsors, making it possible for us to bring you Tiger events and activities in town like Tater Sporting Goods and Taxidermy at the corner of 19 and 68. We thank them for their patronage and support of KSMO Media, bringing you Tiger activities. 21-5, Salem on top. We still have 2:11 to go in the first quarter. It's been all Salem here early on, and Bryson May leads the way with 10. 8 of them from the free throw line. Sinden will bring it up. Salem Tigers with already 6 steals in this first quarter. Pass goes to Ford. Down low as Salem makes it 7 steals. As they get another one as Sanders takes it away. Down the other way, a three-pointer fires. Landon Richter, he's got it. And the Salem Tigers jump out to a 24-5 lead. Pass goes in the corner. Here's Young all the way down. His layup will not go. Ball tipped down by Gately. Gately turns the ball over. The Salem Tigers lose this one to Sinden. Sinden down from 7, turns, spins it outside to Young. In the corner to Ford. Partially blocked by Gately. Comes down to hands of Richter. He's tripped up, and he'll just say that he fell over the ball. And an easy layup there by Young. Landon seemed to kind of fall on his head, like he stepped on the ball maybe and twisted the ankle. So the steal for Dixon and the basket for Young. Tough one to take. The Tigers come back on offense. Here's Sanders, 24-7 our score down to Gately. Gately, baby hook, doesn't go. Taken down on the backside is Burns. Ball flipped down to Ford. Ford driving down against May, goes right over top, and a charge called on MJ Ford. Bryson May just held his ground. MJ went right over top. He gets the foul called. That's another turnover. With 1:02 left to go, Ford will check out. That's his second foul. Briar Bobbitt checks in for the first time. He just got in the game. May has it. Under a minute to go, first quarter. May trying to push off Sinden a little bit. Across it goes to Richter. All the way across to Hayden Sanders, beyond 3. On top to May. May, he takes a long 3. It's off the iron, no good. Brought down by Yoakum. Here come the Bulldogs with 38 seconds to go. The other side, Sinden. Out on top, Young. Young trying to get a seam there, nothing there to Sinden. Back to Young, thinks about the 3, takes it, and it's off the iron. No good. Yoakum with a rebound, puts it back up and in. He's got 4, and May, he's got 5. Ball loose on the floor, taken there by the Bulldogs. Here's the other way. Here's Young, baseline. Inside it goes to Yoakum, and Yoakum will draw the foul. Tigers just kind of let that ball go. I don't really know what happened, a little miscommunication. But it was free on the floor. Foul called on Briar Bobbitt. Yoakum's free throw, no good. Salem 9 of 10 from the stripe in this first quarter. Dominic Sheldon checks in for McBride. 14.8 seconds left. That free throw good by Yoakum. He's got 6 of the 10 Bulldog points. Here comes Richter all the way down in the corner, and he's fouled there by Sheldon, and Richter will go to the line to shoot 2. Now this is that new rule. 9 fouls already against the Bulldogs, but that has nothing to do with the bearing on the new high school rule. So Sheldon with his first foul. Richter to the line to shoot free throws with 9.9 seconds left. This is the first quarter, and he misses the first. 24-10, Salem on top. First quarter action. Nice crowd on hand here at the Salem High School gym. Richter looks, checks, puts it up quickly. No good. Ball tip brought down by Yoakum the other way. Here's Sinden with 5 seconds left. Drives down, gets tied up, fires it across. Ball tip stolen away by Sanders. Getting it to Bryson and can't get it to go. One more steal for Salem before that quarter ends. And after 1 quarter of play, Salem Tigers 24 and Dixon 10. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
I'm Dr. Tiffany Bland with Salem Memorial District Hospital. Recently, there have been many changes within our local clinics and hospitals, and you may find yourself looking for a new provider for your children. At SMDH, we would like to reach out to the community to let you know that we do see patients of all ages. Most of our providers are family practice, which means that we have been trained to see well child visits as well as sick visits. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter.
Welcome back. Salem High School Gymnasium. Stan Stevens and the KSMO Media team with you. Salem 24, Dixon 10. And all those replays you see throughout the game, that's courtesy of Hubs Tire Center. Thank you for sponsoring our instant replay. Hubs Tire Center on Highway 19 South. They've been around since 1966. Yes, sir. Thank you, Hubs, for supporting our instant replay. And there's a bunch of them out there. We've had a lot of bunch because we've had a lot of points. 24-10 already. Dixon has the ball to start the second quarter, getting into Sinden. Sinden inside to McBride. McBride down low to Yoakum. He lays it up and in. Yoakum leading scorer for Dixon with 8 points. 24-12 our score. May across to Richter. Trey Richter back to May. Had to reach for a little bit. Starting lineup back in the game right now. All seniors right now on the floor for Salem. Pass to Sanders. Salem slowing it down a little bit to May. May drives in, trying to take it to the hole. He draws a foul. As I mentioned, the new Misha rule now, here in the quarter, you start all over again with the fouls, and you go up to 5. So Yoakum gets his second foul. And it's a shooting foul, so that makes no difference. You still take the shots, but it's a shooting foul. But the bonus fouls come in now after 5. May continues to hit free throws. He's got 11. Next one is also good. He's got 12. Tigers up by 14 with 7.5 to go in the half. As Sinden will walk it up. The Dixon Bulldogs, they're in the red jerseys. And the shorts, Salem Tigers all in their white jerseys, trimmed in Carolina blue and navy blue. The shot by Young way over top, brought down by Sanders on the backside. Here's Richter trying to get into Sanders, threw it away. Stolen away there, and back comes the other way. It's Young down, that's blocked there by Sanders. Good job by Hayden to come back and get a piece of that one. Here's May going all the way down, missed it. Parsons fights for it, ball taken down and controlled underneath by Burns. Burns down the right wing, flips that pass down low, having to come up short is Young. Back tips, stolen away by Richter. Yet another steal for the Salem Tigers. That is number 10. And a foul underneath on the floor against the Bulldogs. And so McBride will get his first foul with 6:37 to go. Richter flipping it out high to Sanders. Back to Richter in front of the Bulldog bench. Richter trying to drive down low. Does all the way down. Lays it up and in. A little help off the rim. 28-12 Salem Tigers as Sinden moves to the middle of the floor in the offensive zone. Salem in a half-court defense now in a zone.
All the way across the floor, it goes to Young. Young inside to McBride from the free throw line. His jumper's good. Thomas McBride has his second basket of the night. And 6:06 to go in the first half. Barnes over to Richter. Richter driving down, all the way down to Parsons. He scores! What a play! Richter drew McBride to him, then flipped it off to Parsons, and all he had to do was lay it in. Wow, good play by Trey Richter to draw that defense to him. Down low, here comes Yoakum trying to spin it down to McBride. His shot blocked there by Gately. Beautiful block by Gately as he went up and just slapped it right back in his face. Here's Richter between three guys but lost the ball, stolen away. Here comes the other way, Young. All the way down, shot blocked again by Gately. That's his third of the game. One more time to pass across to Sinden. Down to McBride, his jumper's good. Caden Gately with three beautiful blocks so far in this game. 5:10 to go in the half. Here's May, stops at the free throw line. A jumper, good. Bryson with 14. The Tigers still lead it by 16 here with 5 minutes to go in the half. Sinden, right side pass to Burns. His three, it's offline, no good. And Parsons trying to bring it down, and the ball tipped out of his hand by Drew Young. Young looks like he's going to check out. Back in the game comes Shelton, also in the game for the first time. It's Devontae Hogshooter. What a great name. Devontae Hogshooter. I think that guy worked for the Department of Conservation on feral hogs, right? With that name, it's perfect. Mooney in for the first time. Caden gets the ball. Sanders, back to Caden, back to Sanders. In the corner, Richter. Landon Richter, that is. Now Moody inside to Gately. Gately spins, turns, and it has that ball taken right out of his hand by Sinden. Sinden, right side pass to Burns. Burns trying to cut to the paint. Floater, no good. Moody brings that one down. Caden the other way, quickly down the floor. In the corner, Richter for a three-pointer. Off the iron, straight up in the air. No Tiger can get there as Hogshooter brings it down. Off to Sinden, and then he's fouled by Landon Richter trying to slap it out of his hand from behind. For Landon, his first foul. First foul for Salem in the second quarter. Sinden has it on the inbound. Sinden, right side pass to Burns. Student section starts clapping. Trying to get something going here as Sheldon goes back to Burns. Burns all the way across the floor to Sinden. Takes the three-pointer. It's offline, no good. Ball comes down to Sheldon. He puts it up and in. He out-muscled Gately for that rebound and came down with it and was able to bank it home. Here's Mink. Right side pass to Sanders. Sanders on the perimeter, now to Moody. Moody back to Sanders. His quick three, no good. Brought down, controlled there by Landon Richter, trying to get it to Gately. Gately struggling with it, and the ball still loose on the floor, taken there by Moody. Moody gets it across to Landon Richter, all the way back to Sanders again. Another three-pointer, and this one off the iron and will not go. Taken under control by Sheldon. 32-18. With the ball, Sinden. Getting it into Sheldon, trying to drive in. He gets tied up. Should be a jump ball. They're going to call a foul instead on Sanders. Looked like he tied up the ball from my angle, but the official right there on the floor said no. Hayden Sanders with his second foul, second team foul for Salem in this second quarter. Hogshooter goes outside of Burns. Down to 3 minutes left, and ball tipped inside, goes out of bounds. And I believe another foul is going to be called on Salem. That's on Leighton Mink. Sinden will try and get in from the baseline. Fires it out to Hogshooter. Now outside Sheldon. He gives it to Sinden between the circles. Sinden right side beyond three. Goes across to Burns, trying to get inside, deflected out of bounds by Trey Richter into the cheerleader section. And Sinden will inbound it again. Case Sinden trying to find somebody open. Outside it goes to Burns. Burns on the baseline, fires it right into Sanders. That is the 11th steal for the Salem Tigers in this first half. Here's May, down baseline, spins off the glass, missed it. Brought down by Hogshooter, and then a foul called on May as he tried to follow up his play, and that will be on Bryson May, his second. Kind of a silly foul there by Bryson May. Missed the layup, then tried to recover. It's the kind you make the mistake, just don't miss the shot. Frustrated with that miss. Back in the game, Young fires it outside, getting it to McBride. Down to Sinden. Sinden always kicks it outside. A three from the corner is up and no good. Sinden with a rebound, puts it up, no good, but a foul called on Trey Richter, his first. And that will be a shooting foul. Sinden will go to the line. Okay, Sinden will be shooting free throws here. Salem Tigers have just 8 points in this second quarter after getting 24 in that first quarter. And the pace has slowed down tremendously. But too many turnovers as well. Sinden hits both free throws. 12-point Salem Tiger lead. Right now with it trying to drive down is May, and foul's going to be called. And MJ Ford has number 3. 2:16 to go in the half. Richter gets into May. May underneath, trying to get the shot up. He'll be fouled there by McBride. He'll go back to the line. Thomas McBride with 2 fouls. 14 fouls now on Dixon. May from the free throw line. It's good. May bounces the ball again, takes his time. He's ready. The next free throw is short. Comes down and over the line. So we had a violation anyway. Bryson May's first miss from the free throw line. Salem leading it by 13. Tigers had almost a 20-point lead, 18-point lead early in the game. Across it goes to Burns. Burns inside to McBride. His jumper is no good. Brought down by Richter. Trey Richter the other way, trying to get past Sinden. Does. Drives in all the way down. Scoops it up and in. What a run by Richter. 35-20, Salem on top. Sinden the other way. Across the line. Looks into the middle to Ford McBride. Outside it goes to Burns. Trying to go baseline. Firing it into McBride. McBride falls down. And they're going to call a foul on Salem. He lost his balance. But I think they're going to call the foul on Gately. Nope. They're going to call it on Landon Richter. Wow. So Richter gets his second. Really did not see that foul. As McBride reached for the ball, lost his balance, and maybe they just a little collision. They give him the benefit of the doubt. But McBride misses the free throw. 1:34 to go. We're in the first half. 35-20, Salem on top. McBride's next free throw, and this one is good. 35-21. Trey Richter to May. May into the offensive zone is tied up, and they're going to call a jump ball, possession ball, as Drew Young grabbed onto it as Bryson was trying to go through. It'll still belong to the Salem Tigers on the possession arrow. Trey Richter trying to get it in. Fires it out high to May. Sinden comes out to meet him. Bryson bounce pass to Richter. A long three. Pinball's out. No good. And Young has it for Dixon. The other way, here's Sinden. Sinden back to the middle of the floor. Resetting the play. Back to Young. All the way across the floor to Burns. Burns to Sinden. Then McBride out to Burns. His three-pointer is no good as he walked with the ball. Make that 13 turnovers by Dixon here in his first half. Under a minute to go. Here's Richter trying to drive in. Richter kicks it outside to Sanders. Back to Landon Richter. Now to May. 45 seconds to go. Bryson taking his time. 2-3 zone right now by Dixon. She comes across to Richter. Trey tries in all the way down. Has that ball knocked away and it goes out of bounds and it will belong to Dixon. 10th turnover by Salem Tigers as Richter had that ball tipped away from him and then the ball just went off him out of bounds. Down to 30 seconds left in the half. 35-21. Salem Tigers have that lead. Pass left side to Burns. Burns had that ball tipped away by Bryson May back into the Salem bench after his attempted pass across the floor. Looked like it was intended for McBride, but I guess we'll never know. Tigers ready to make a couple changes. Caden Moody will come in and Briar Bobbitt will check in. Sanders and May check out. 24 seconds to go in the half. Young goes in the corner to Sinden. Back to Young. Three-pointers up. Oh, it's no good, but right to McBride, who lays it in just like a pass. 35-23. The Tigers with a 12-point lead. Richter down to 10 seconds left. Trying to get away from two Bulldogs. All the way down. Short jumper, no good. Tip down to Bobbitt. Jumper up on a rebound. Gately turns, spins at the buzzer, no good. A good first half by the Salem Tigers, but they did allow Dixon to come back in that second quarter a little bit as they scored 13. The Salem Tigers ended up with just 11 in that second half, but they still lead it by a score of 35-23. Hope you stick around for our halftime program. It's coming your way next, being brought to you by the Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Halftime coming up shortly on KSMO Media in 3 minutes. 35-23 Salem. Back with that halftime show after this 3-minute break. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and ThinkTime make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Southtown Furniture, your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
And welcome back, Salem High School Gymnasium. It's halftime. The halftime show is brought to you as a courtesy of your friends at the Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique down their new location on 4th Street. Up on by and check them out, bringing you our halftime show. Well, a lot of statistics in this one. We always like statistics, right? Well, if you are a stat guy, you really do have to like it. But the Salem Tigers really hot from the free throw line, mostly Bryson May, who missed one. I mean, he just missed one. In the first quarter, he was 8 of 8. He finished 11 of 12 in that first half. That's pretty amazing. But nonetheless, really a heck of a nice first half for Bryson May as far as that is concerned. So when we look at some of the stats here in the scoring, leading scorer obviously Bryson May with 15 points in that first half. Trey Richter with 6, Hayden Sanders with 6, 4 for Trey Parsons, 3 for Landon Richter on a three-pointer, the only one of the first half, and Leighton Mink had 1 free throw for the Salem Tigers. Now, as far as Dixon is concerned, our leading scorer is Maverick Yoakum. He has 8, and it's Thomas McBride. He has 9. I forgot that free throw. I was going to say both of them had 8. So McBride with 9, Maverick with 8. That leads the way for the Dixon Bulldogs. A couple of points for Drew Young, a couple of points for Case Sinden on free throws, and Dominic Sheldon has a 2 as well. The Bulldogs out-rebounded Salem Tigers in that first half, 14-9. The Salem Tigers stole more balls, I guess you could say that. They had 11 steals in that first half. 9 ended up being steals for Dixon Bulldogs. The steals were really one-sided early in the game. Tigers were stealing everything early on, forcing turnovers and scoring off those turnovers. I kind of lost track of the points off turnovers, but out of the first 8, I know Salem scored on the first 7 of the first 8 steals that they had in that first half, all coming in the first quarter. So kind of got a little bit crazy after that because it just kept coming one after another on both teams. You can tell it's the first game jitters. They're trying to do little things, maybe a little bit too much, maybe a little too fast, and trying to thread that needle through a couple of passes that probably shouldn't be made. But, that's what happens in the first game. You're feeling pretty confident, you get it done, and, the other teams they're all excited. They're amped up to go as well. So really a pretty exciting first half. Salem Tigers come out strong. 24-10. They lead after one quarter, but got outscored 13-11 by Dixon in that second quarter. And basically because they did turn the ball over more in that second quarter. Salem Tigers had only 2 turnovers in the first quarter, but finished with 10 in that first half. So they turned the ball over 8 times in that second quarter. And they lost a couple of steals to the Bulldogs with the ball being taken right out of their hand. Caden Gailey had one taken right out of his hand, and Bryson May had the same thing at the other end of the floor. So a couple of just being out-muscled by Dixon. So a couple of steals that way occurred in that first half as well. But again, an exciting first half. Tigers really played well. And the Bulldogs got off to a slow start, but they are starting to turn around and get back to a little bit of a pace. Caden Gailey had 3 beautiful blocks in that first half of the Salem Tigers as they come away with a 12-point lead after one half of play, 35-23. Always like thanking our sponsors to help make it possible for us to bring you Tiger athletics and events here on KSMO Media, like Melvin's Motors and More, On the Spot Glass, and the local on 4th Street right here in Salem. We appreciate all them supporting KSMO Media and your Salem Tigers and also Salem activities in town. We're going to take a 2-minute break, come back. We've got a second half coming up. More great basketball on the way on KSMO Media.
your surprisingly great race? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
No matter what.
We're ready to second half of basketball action. That halftime show brought to you as a courtesy of Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Hope you enjoyed all the stats from that first half. Salem 14 of 17 on the free throw line, 5 of 8 for Dixon. Dixon had a lot more fouls. MJ Ford, John Kramer each have 3. Maverick Yoakum, Thomas McBride each have 2, and then 1 for Burns, Sheldon, and 1 for Sinden. For Salem Tigers, Sanders, Landon Richter, Bryson May, they all have 2. Leighton Mink with 1, Trey Richter with 1, and Briar Bobbitt with 1. Salem up by 12. We get started. It will be Dixon with the ball first as they inbound it to Sinden. Sinden, guarded by Richter, goes down low, getting it as McBride against Parsons. Kicks it outside to Kramer back in the game. Ball tipped away, but Salem couldn't come away with it. McBride giving it to Yoakum. Yoakum back to McBride, threw it away. First turnover of the second half as McBride was backing up. Yoakum thought he was going toward the basket, bounced it that way. Ball went out of bounds. Trey Richter brings it up. Salem came out flying in this game. Got a basket, the 4-second mark on a tip off the center as Sanders went down and laid it in. And that was just a remarkable first quarter for Salem. Here's May all the way down. Short jumper. It's the bottom of the backboard. Comes down, and then May will foul McBride as he brought down the rebound. Now Bryson with 3. Remember, 5 fouls per quarter before you start shooting bonus shots. And those bonus are double bonus. No more 1-and-1s. That has been eliminated by Missouri State High School Activity Association, the National Federation of High School. So why? I don't know. Can't figure that out, but they did so. Kramer has it. Kramer for Dixon. Getting it to Maverick, trying to get by Gately. Turn, spins, jumper. Blocked again by Gately. That's number 4. Four official blocks, I can say. I can tell you he blocked those. There was another one I think he got a piece of. Salem Tigers unofficially have 7 blocks in this game. Hayden Sanders has a couple. And I also have Bryson May for a block. But again, that one might be a little bit more questionable. May will check out with his 3 fouls as Landon Richter goes back in. Here's Gately. Gately amongst 3 guys trying to get it back out to Richter. To Trey Richter. His 3-pointer's good. Second 3-pointer for the Salem Tigers. Their lead 15. Just underway here in the second half as the pass intended for Young. Tipped out of bounds by Richter. Third quarter action. Salem High School gym. Pass goes in the corner. Sending down to McBride. Out to Maverick. Jump shot off the iron. Brought down by Landon Richter. Landon quickly to brother Trey. Trey driving all the way down. Lost the ball. Taken away by Dixon. Here comes Young. Beyond three, takes it, it's short. Comes down in the hands of Trey Parsons, and they battle for it. He and Maverick. It belongs to Salem Tigers on the possession arrow. Probably not going to get that away from Trey if he wants that ball. You're not going to wrestle it from him. It's a big dude. The Richters walk the ball up to the timeline. Trey and Landon take it down low to Trey Parsons. Trey outside to Trey to Trey. That's pretty tough. And a foul on Sinden, I believe, against Trey Parsons. Actually, they're going to call it on Yoakum. Sinden was behind Parsons. It looked like he tried to push on him, but they got Yoakum instead. That tip, the ball stolen away, and then goes stolen, tipped by Yoakum, sorry. I was anticipating the steal. Goes out of bounds. Salem still has it. Yoakum will check out. Yoakum with 3. Burns back in the game. Inbound comes to Landon Richter. Landon fires it across to Parsons. I'm sorry, to Hayden Sanders. Excuse me. Now back to Richter. Down to Parsons on the baseline. Turn, spins off the glass. It's good. Trey Parsons with 6. 40-23. The Tigers lead to 17 as Sinden brings it across the timeline. Hands it off to Young. Young trying to drive in against Sanders. Back to Sinden. Sinden all the way down off the glass. No good. And a foul called on Hayden Sanders. His 3rd. Fouls coming fast and furious here in the early part of this 3rd quarter. Salem with 2 fouls in this 3rd quarter, and Dixon with 1. Send into the free throw line, makes it. 40-24 our score. Next one for Sinden, also good. He's 4 for 4 from the stripe. As Landon Richter will bring it up with 5.5 to go, 3rd quarter. Over to Trey Richter, back to Landon. Back to Trey, beyond 3. He'll take the 3-pointer. It's short. No need to really speed that shot up. Brought down to McBride. Tigers were forcing the issue early on. Now they're starting to pull up, take some of those threes. Sinden all alone on a good pass. And a lay-in as Coach Patterson not happy with what he's seeing. Probably the same thing I just saw. 40-27, he calls the timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. We want to tell you first, before we do, though, that those wonderful sponsors make it possible for us to bring you Tiger sports like United Country Salem Realty. I want to thank them for making it possible to bring you Tiger activities. 30 seconds from now, we'll come back with more basketball. 40-27, Salem on top. This is Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
No matter what, every morning, farmers go to work, doing what needs done. The work is unforgiving. The days are long, real long. They nurture, they grow, they harvest. When the day is done, sell the fruits of your labor to your neighbors on Town Screen.
When I meet.
And we want to thank Zane and our Ozark overhead door friends. Man, they bring you that score bug. It's on the bottom of your screen every time. Now shows the clock. You see that garage door go up. That clock shows 5:12 left to go, 3rd quarter. 40-27, Salem Tigers on top. Salem will inbound the ball. As both teams get resituated. It'll be Gately getting it into Landon Richter. Richter of Salem Tigers flips it across to brother Trey. Trey then Richter back to Landon. Inside to Gately. Outside to Trey then Richter. Just trying to go underneath to Parsons off his hand and out of bounds. The Tigers just not being as aggressive as they were to come out the game. They've kind of slowed it down. And Dixon much more comfortable at this speed than they were at that high pace speed earlier on. Sinden goes left wing to Kramer. Kramer got 3 fouls early in that 1st quarter, had to come out of the game. Pass comes inside to Young, outside to Sinden, back to Burns. Left side to Kramer for a three-pointer, and it pinballs out, but he is fouled by Landon Richter, and he'll shoot 3 free throws. The Salem Tigers starting to make some mental errors here. And for Landon, that will be his 3rd foul. So suddenly we have 3 guys with 3 fouls there, very similar to what Dixon has. And that, by Landon, definitely a mistake. Free throw is good by Kramer, his first point of the game. Back to a 12-point Salem Tiger lead. Another one for Kramer is good. Bring it back within 10 points, the closest Dixon has been since early in the first quarter. And he misses that one, but brought down underneath by Sinden. Sinden gets the rebound, but the Tigers steal it away. Back they come. Here's Landon Richter, lays it up and in. After the steal, back the other way, 42-29. With the ball, Kramer handing it off to Young. Young lost the ball as he bounced off the foot of Richter, back to Kramer. Kramer thought about the 3, pulls it back, goes all the way across the floor to Sinden. His 3 is short, and then Gately fouls him, and Sinden will shoot 3. Some silly mistakes by the Salem Tigers on 3-point shots. That's 2 in a row. The Tigers will put the guy at the line to shoot 3s. Wow. Gately went out there, couldn't get there in time. Gets his first foul, but he puts them, the best free throw shooter they have, at the line to shoot throws, and he gets 3 of them. Early in the season, you got to get all that worked out. Sinden misses his second shot, and he has 1 more coming. 5 points in this third quarter now by free throws for Dixon. And make it 6. 6 out of 8 here in this third quarter. Salem has not had a free throw in this third quarter. Trey Richter across to Sanders. 42-31, Salem up by 11. Trey Richter trying to drive down. Circles back, all the way across to Landon Richter. Inside to Gately. Back to Trey Richter. Open for the 3, takes it, rims out. Trey Parsons can't bring it down. Oh, and they say it went off the hands, I guess, of Burns. Trey went up to try and corral it. Ball looked like it got tipped off his hand, but official standing right there saw it a lot better than I did. Pass comes out to Sanders. Now on top, Richter. Back to Sanders. Back to Richter. Back to Trey Richter in the corner this time. Inside to Gately. Spins, turns. Off the glass too hard. Ball comes back across. Tipped and brought under control by Burns. 42-31. 3:20 to go. Pass across to Sinden. Sinden hanging on to it. Dixon slowing it down. Sinden goes inside. Ball tipped outside to Burns. Burns trying to dance in, floats it up. It's good. And now it's a single digits number for the first time in this game since early in the first quarter. Pass to Sanders. Underneath the Parsons. Trey double teamed, is fouled. Salem was driving inside, using that low post. Really kept Dixon off balance early on in the contest. And they have gone away from that here in this, after they got the big lead. They can now have let off the throttle a little bit. So Richter will try and find someone open. Tries, fired in, does right off the hand of Dixon. Now the other way. Sinden throws it off the hands of Young out of bounds. So a turnover and a steal for each team. Well, no steal for Salem. That ball went out of bounds. May back in the game for the Salem Tigers, leading the way with 15 points. Richter wasn't ready for, or Sanders wasn't ready for it. Now to link back to Sanders, a three-pointer short. Comes down in the hands, and Sanders going to get another foul. Comes down in the hands of Burns. And that will put Burns at the line to shoot 2 with this new rule. Again, we don't need to be shooting threes. We need to control the ball, and we are shooting threes virtually every time. Not quite sure of the strategy there. And guys are getting a little tired, but for Hayden, that's now 4, and the free throw there by Burns was nowhere near. Clock is stopped with 2:38 as Camden Burns has another free throw, and this one is no good as well. And Link trying to bring it down, comes to Bobbitt. Back the other way, here comes Richter, ball stolen away by Sinden. Sinden fires it back, goes off of the Tiger player May, who comes it right back off the rebound. And then timeout called by the Salem Tigers. Coach Patterson not very happy with what he's seeing. 2:23 left to go in the third quarter. Salem up by 9, 42-33. And I want to thank our sponsors to make it possible for us to bring you Tiger Sports, all farm plus construction ag services. We appreciate them being a proud supporter and sponsor of KSMO Media and your Tigers. Let's take a 30-second break and come back. 42-33 Salem. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Salem Memorial District Hospital believes that our community deserves the very best healthcare one could offer. We understand that all physicians need the highest quality images to thoroughly treat each situation. With you in mind, Salem Memorial District Hospital has brought these services home, and that includes our new state-of-the-art MRI. Don't waste your time and money driving long distances. Let us take care of you here at home. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter.
We're in the third quarter. Salem Tigers 42 and Dixon 33. Salem had a 24-10 lead in that first quarter. Still led by 12 at halftime, 35-23, but Dixon has closed the gap here on the strength of free throws. Salem has a 3 and 2 baskets in this third quarter, but Dixon has 2 baskets and 6 points off free throws. So they've narrowed that gap down to 9. Salem with 5 fouls in this third quarter, so any foul they get now is a double bonus for Dixon, and they still have 2:10 to go. Dixon only 2 fouls here in this, the third quarter. Landon Richter into Bobbitt. Bobbitt takes the jumper. It's good. They backed off Breyer. He hits it right from the high post. 44-33. Breyer, his first basket of the season. Pass goes right side to Young. Just send it back to Young. Now across to Kramer. Back door tended for Young. Has trouble with it. Flips it outside. Getting it Burns. Burns running jumper is good. They got a 9-point lead with 1:35 to go. Landon Richter all the way across to May. Back to Trey Richter. Starts driving in. A pass now stolen away again. Here comes Young all the way down. Lays it up and in. Another steal, another turnover. It's a 7-point game. May the other way. Driving down. Bryson trying to go through off the glass. It's not going to be good. Mink with a rebound. Puts it up and in and draws the foul. Late Mink with a good foul-up rebound. And he'll get the extra bonus shot. The foul called on McBride, his third. And Leighton Mink will get the free throw opportunity to make it the old-fashioned three-point play. And this one is no good. Tipped and controlled by Burns. Long pass to Sinden, down to 1:05 left to go in this, the third quarter. Salem with a 9-point lead. The pass to Sinden, flips it up, no good. Brought down by Bobbitt. Quick pass across to Richter, and he able to dance away from Sinden. Quick pass to Trey Richter. Trey near center court. By one man, by two men, trying to dance in, can't. Lost it, and he's fouled. Fourth team foul now on Dixon. I believe that's going to be Young with that foul. Young followed him all the way in and then tried to reach in. And for Drew Young, that'll be his first foul. 42 seconds to go. Trey Richter out to Landon. Now to Bobbitt. Now back to Trey Richter. Getting it across to May. May on the right side. Trying to get out of that corner. Sinden guarding him. Needs to move the ball, and Bryson does move it. Turn, spins. Back to Trey Richter for the three-pointer. Rims out. No good. Brought down and control, and then Briar Bobbitt's going to foul as he went over top of Young to try and get that rebound, and that'll put him back at the line to shoot two. Bobbitt fighting for that rebound, went right over top of Young. And Young will be shooting two. This is the part I'm sure I don't like about this rule. I just don't like it that this early in a game you're already shooting bonus shots. Just doesn't seem right, but it's out of my control. We'll see how it plays out over the season. Early on, I'm just not a fan of it. Young misses the first free throw. Young has another one coming. And this one is good. Tigers with 23 seconds left. Didn't mean to hit the buzzer. It slowed everybody down. Now May has it. Inside to Bobbitt, outside to Richter for the three. Off the iron again. Nobody there underneath. Brought down by Burns. Quickly the other way. 7 seconds left. A long three, and it's good by Young. And this has now changed this game around. 46-41. Now a long three by Richter does not go. Now a 5-point ball game as the Salem Tigers get outscored big time in that third quarter, 18-11. And they lead it by a 5-point margin, 46-41. Let's take a 1-minute break and come back with the fourth quarter. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors that we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include New Life Auto, Tater's Sporting Good and Taxidermy, Melvin Motors and more, On the Spot Auto Glass, The Local on 4th Street, Looking Glass Salon, Flying W Boutique, Hubs Tire Center, and Ozark Overhead Door. Be sure to thank these sponsors the next time you see them for bringing you Salem Tiger sports and community.
Progressive Ozark Bank's debit card is now ready for your smartwatch or phone. It's compatible with Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay. Just upload it to your mobile wallet and go. No more fumbling to find your card when you're in a hurry. Just tap and pay. Simple, easy, and secure. That's the progress of local banking. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured. Where people matter.
We're about ready to start this second, well, I should say the second half, the fourth quarter here in the second half. Salem Tigers shot one free throw in that third quarter. While Dixon shot 12, made 7 of those. Now a 5-point game as Kramer has it between the circles. Left side pass to Sinden. Down top MJ Ford between the circles. Now back to Sinden, left side. Sinden fires it all the way across, stolen away by Richter. Only the second steal here in the second half. Richter all the way down, lays it up. No good. A blocking foul called on Burns. That'll be his second. And Trey Richter to the line to shoot 2. That's what we saw out of Salem early in the game. Driving that basket, creating havoc. Richter at 9 points, trying to get double figures. That one misses. Trey now 2 of 5 from the stripe. Try again. 2-possession game right now here at Salem. Next run, that free throw is again no good. Brought down in the hands of Sinden. Ball still loose on the floor. And a possession arrow ball will favor the Salem Tigers, so they force the turnover after Richter missed both free throws. Just underway, fourth quarter. Salem and Dixon, opening night. Been a good game. Here comes Richter, handing it off to Richter. We got Trey and Landon out there. Ball goes in the corner to Landon, all the way across to Trey. Trying to drive in, he does. All the way down, off the glass, and good. Nice kiss there off the glass. Trey with 11 points. Salem lead, now 7 with 7:10. The red-clad Bulldogs give it to Ford, now back out on top Burns. Across it goes to Sinden. Guarded there by May, trying to get into Ford, and does. Ford back to Sinden. Back to Ford, takes the three from the corner. It's short, comes down off the glass to Kramer, trying to get in positioning, won't go, and a nice play by the Salem Tigers. Long pass to May. May for the layup, it's good. Leighton Mink with a great rebound, tipped it back to Briar Bobbitt. He was able to get it to Richter, who fired that long pass. Now Kramer for the three, it's too short, comes down underneath, and a foul called as McBride got the rebound. Salem Tigers held McBride and Yoakum off the board in that third quarter. And yet they got outscored 18-11. Yoakum getting ready to come back in the game. McBride to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 from that stripe. Free throw's no good. Each team with a foul here in the fourth quarter. I mentioned those 5 fouls now. They start the double bonus. Not a lot of room to make a lot of mistakes. Second free throw also no good. And fighting for it was Young. Give him a lot of credit. He was able to get the ball, but he went out of bounds. So Young gets the rebound, but also gets a turnover at the same time. 50-41 our score. We'll be back with more basketball action next week. The doubleheader from Licking, the Cat Classic, boys and girls basketball. We'll have them both on KSMO Media from Licking. So we hope you join us for that Tuesday from Licking. Caden Moody back in the game. Tigers passing it around. Moody in front of the Salem bench, hanging on to it. No pressure on him. Giving it off to Richter. Inside to Bobbitt. Jump shot, no good. Comes down and taken under control by McBride. Gives it off to Kramer. Long pass in the corner, Sinden. Sinden back to Kramer. Under 6 to go. We're in the fourth quarter. Left side pass. Young trying to get it down. Hit Bobbitt right in the chest with that ball. And then foul called on Kramer as Caden Moody had taken that ball from him but didn't get the steal. Kramer diving after it. I'm sorry, Young diving after it, got a foul. His second. Not Kramer. My error. Sorry. Moody brings it over the timeline now to Richter. Giving it to May. May back to Richter in the corner. That's Landon and goes it to Link. Outside to Moody. Moody trying to drive in, double teamed, and he's going to be fouled there by Sinden. So 3 fouls now on Dixon. And May will inbound it with 5:35 to go. Nice crowd for opening night here against Dixon. Here at the high school gym. Ball tipped in the air and stolen away by Sinden. Sinden down the other way. Laid it up, missed shot, put back up and in by Sinden on a rebound. So another turnover by the Tigers. Now 16 on the night, but another steal though by Dixon. May over to Moody. Back to a 7-point game. Another steal almost. And Briar Bobbitt getting the ball away. I think it's fouled by Sinden again. It would be his third if that is the case. Briar trying to spin away from it. Next one will put Salem in a bonus. Sanders will come in for Bobbitt. Trey Richter comes back in the ballgame for May. Fourth quarter action, 5:05 to go. Trey Richter trying to get it, ball tipped. Taken down by Link for just a second, but stolen away. And here comes Dixon the other way, and Foul on Trey Richter after Maverick Yoka missed the layup, brought down by Kramer, and then he's fouled by Trey Richter. His second for Salem. They're going to say Sanders got that foul, huh? Wow. Okay. So Sanders fouls out of the game. I thought for sure that was Trey Richter that got that one, but officials say Sanders. So he is done with the 4:58 mark. Free throw is no good. Kramer has another one coming. 50-43, Salem with the lead. Next free throw also no good. Tipped and coming down by Mink. Down it goes to Richter. Dixon has changed their defense here in this second half, and now Richter trying to get through. Goes outside to Landon. Landon inside to Gately, and a foul called. And Salem should be at the line. So that'll be the fourth foul on McBride. So Gately will shoot two. Caden, no points yet tonight. Free throw's good. Burns comes in for McBride. Trey Parsons going to come in for Salem. He'll come in for Leighton Mink. Leighton did a good job in there. Couple of rebounds. Playing that big man down low. Gately's next free throw, also good. Salem 2 of 4 here in this fourth quarter. Lead it by 9 with 4:40 to go. Case Sinden, who has 10 points in this game. Going to Young, that's Sinden, left side Kramer. Kramer trying to look inside, has room, goes to Young. Back to Kramer, shot blocked away, but a foul's going to be called on Gately. I don't really know why he blew the whistle when he did. And going to line is Kramer with 4:24. Free throw is no good. Officials seem to be a little quick with that whistle. Not that Gately didn't foul him, it just seemed like he anticipated that foul. Next free throw is good. Back down to Salem Tigers. Richter has that ball picked away from him. Young's going to lay it in on the steal. Trey really tried to get down the floor very quickly, and Young took it right from him. Now a 6-point ball game. Now Landon Richter is fouled there by Young, and Landon will go to the line to shoot two. Now the game is turning into a foul fest. Not much rhythm to this game here in this fourth quarter at all. 16 fouls now on Dixon. Salem with 3. Richter's free throw is good. Parsons will check out, May back in. 4:09 to go. Next one, also good. 7 points for Landon Richter. 8 points, Salem Tiger lead. Sinden with it. Across the timeline, flips it left side to Burns. Goes down low to Young, fires it outside to Sinden. Going baseline, running jumper is good. The basket counts, and a foul on the Salem Tigers. And the basket is good, and then Trey Richter will get his second foul. And send him back to the line. The old-fashioned three-point play here. Also the fourth team foul on Salem, and again, the double bonus goes into effect at 5. (54-48). Game has slowed to a crawl. Sinden's free throw is good. He's got 13. The lead is 5 for the Salem Tigers. Past to Trey Richter. Into the offensive zone to Landon. He puts up a three. It's good. Questionable call there. A heck of a shot. An 8-point Salem Tiger lead. Sending the other way. Kramer out near center court. Flips left side pass to Young. Young back door to Sinden. Underneath intended for Yoakum. Good read by Gately to tip that ball away. 3:32 to go. Inbound comes outside to Burns. Back to Kramer. Getting it to Young. Back down to Burns. Burns flips it all the way across to Sinden. He'll take a long three. It's good. Sinden hits a long three. The second three for Dixon in this game, and makes it a 5-point ball game. And Coach Logan Ray calls timeout. With the score, Salem 57 and Dixon 52. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Check out these fall specials going on right now at K&H Auto Supply. Stoner Glass Cleaner for $5.99. Rain-X Interior Glass Anti-Fog Spray for $7.49. And Rain-X Pro Ceramic X Glass Cleaner Plus Water Repellent for $9.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store right here in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Welcome back, Salem High School Gymnasium. Don't forget, tomorrow we got Missouri Tiger football. It's senior night over at Faroe Field. They'll take on the Florida Gators. 6:30, we'll have that game. And then Blues Hockey will join in progress at the conclusion of that football game. They'll be in L.A. That'll be tomorrow here on KSMO. As we mentioned, our next broadcast of basketball action will be Tuesday from Licking. Doubleheader, girls and boys, back-to-back. We'll bring both games to you. The Cat Classic from Licking on KSMO Media. We'll be video streaming those games as well from Licking. Salem with a 5-point lead. 3:19 to go. And right now, Dixon with full court pressure. Here comes May. Stops, getting it back to Richter into the offensive zone. Beating the 10 clock. Richter goes across to Moody. Caden Moody stops inside to Gailey from the free throw line. The jumper's no good. Brought down by Yoakum. Didn't really need to shoot, but it was a good shot. Cade had a good opportunity, but missed it. 57-52. Now a three is up and good, and now you have a 2-point ball game as Young hits his second three of the game. Richter across it goes to May. May trying to dance through all the way to the paint. There's foul there by Yoakum, and that'll be his fourth. Salem with a 2-point lead. .238 to go. May, was super hot from that free throw line early in the game. Bryson's free throw too hard. He made 11 in a row. Now he's missed 2 in a row. McBride back in. Maverick Yoakum back out. Both with 4 fouls in the game, by the way. Next one by May is short again. Brought down by McBride. And Dixon can tie it or take the lead here with 2.5 to go. Cameron has it. Cameron between the circles. Flips it left side to Sinden. Sinden driving down. Flips it off the glass. No good. Brought down and controlled there by Young. And it goes off, I think, Moody out of bounds as Young and Moody fought for it. He'll stay with the Dixon Bulldogs. Sinden to inbound it. Sinden with 16 points in this game, had only 2 in the first half. Pass to McBride. Outside it goes to Kramer. Kramer, left side pass to Sinden. Sinden going outside to Burns, back to Sinden. Trying to drive in, spins, turns, kicks it outside to Kramer for the three. It will not go, but tipped out back into the hands of Burns. Burns down, floats it up. It's good, and we're tied. With the ball, Richter. 57-57. Richter to May. May down the right side. Stops, turns. trying to get it back to Richter, and a timeout was called by Coach Patterson. We have 1:44 to go, and we have a tie ball game. The Dixon Bulldogs have come back from a 14-point deficit, actually an 18-point deficit, and they have tied the game 57-57. We're going to take a 30-second break and come back with more basketball from the high school gym. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Town & Country Supermarkets. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available. Then clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop in the store for your favorite items, then tell us your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan this QR code to learn more and start saving more today.
And we welcome you back to the high school gymnasium. 57-57, Salem led 24-10 after a quarter, 35-23 after two quarters, but they had only a 5-point lead after 3, and now we are tied 57-57. 16 points here in this fourth quarter. For the Dixon Bulldogs. 1:42 to go. Gately out to Richter for a 3. It's no good. And underneath it comes down to Kramer. Giving it off to Sinden. 2-3 zone for Salem. Sinden with 1:25. Right side pass to Young. Back to Kramer. Back to Young. Trying to drive in. Kicks it outside to Sinden. Sinden trying to drive down low. Ball loose on the floor. Stolen by the Salem Tigers. Richter has it with 1:10 to go. Salem needs to slow it down and get something good and low inside. Richter looking across, just hanging on to the ball. Down to a minute left. Here's Landon Richter holding on to it. Young comes out to him. And now a foul called on Young. And Richter go to the line to shoot 2. I'm not sure Drew Young's philosophy there. His 4th foul. We are tied with 54.7 seconds left. Landon Richter to shoot 2. And his first one is no good. Tigers right now 4 of 9 from the stripe here in this fourth quarter. Landon Richter's free throw is no good. And ball tipped and brought down by Burns. He missed them both. Now to Sinden, 52 seconds left. Sinden trying to get away from Richter. Drives in the corner to Young. Young back to Sinden, 42 seconds left. Sinden hanging on to that ball. Moves to his right, to his left. Young is open in the corner. That's what we were looking for. Now back to Sinden, 30 seconds to go. Sinden out near center court, almost lost the ball. Almost fell down, gives it off to Kramer. Kramer all the way across the floor to Young for the 3. It's off the line, no good. And brought down and battled for, and ball still loose on the floor. Man open in the corner, they couldn't get it to him. Now Young has it with 11 seconds left. Young fires it on top. A 3 is up and off the side, no good. Tipped, it'll belong to the Salem Tigers with 4.3 seconds left. As Burns took a long 3, Coach Ray said it was deflected. The officials may gather here, but a timeout called by Coach Patterson with 4.3 seconds left. 57-57. Let's take a 30-second break and come back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors that we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. A couple of these sponsors are United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells, broker owner. Stop by their office located at 605 South Main Street. All Farm Plus Construction and Ag Services Company. Give them a call at 573-739-9593 to get started on your next ag project. Be sure to thank these sponsors the next time you see them for bringing you Salem Tiger sports and community. Mid-Ozark.
Well, the officials did beat, but they're not changing the call. It'll still be Salem ball. As Coach Ray, though, I kind of have to agree with him. I thought there was a deflection, but it's from, again, we're far away. I can't see if it actually was deflected, but there was a hand definitely going up at the time the shot was. It fell short. Salem Tigers will have the ball on the baseline with basically 4.3 seconds left here in regulation. Opening night. You gotta love it. Lady Tigers play tomorrow morning in the Vienna Classic. 8 o'clock. Good luck to our Lady Tigers tomorrow morning. So what will Salem do here? 2 passes, 1. A long shot. What do they have up their sleeve? Dixon staggering their defense. The inbound comes to May. 4.3 seconds left. May driving down all the way. Flips the ball up off the glass. No good. Hit the backboard, went off the rim and wide. And we are tied here after regulation. 57-57. Well, we'll play a little overtime. Why not? It's opening night. So both teams early on made a lot of turnovers and slowed down a little bit in the second half. Not as many turnovers for either team, but still quite a few in the game. 17 with Salem Tigers, and right now 20 for the Dixon Bulldogs. They have 15 steals. Salem Tigers with 14 steals. So the Bulldogs have been a little bit more aggressive in the second half than the Salem Tigers have been. But they also have more fouls than the Salem Tigers do as well. So it all works in conjunction when you look down the stretch. And we'll just see what the Tigers do here. So we'll get ready for overtime. It'll be a 4-minute overtime period. It'll be interesting to see. Salem Tigers 4 of 10 from the stripe in that fourth quarter. That really hurt them, as they're 18 of 28 on the night. They were 11 of 14 early on, but they just couldn't get one. Matter of fact, they lost all 6 of their last free throws they missed. For Dixon, though, it wasn't much better. 2 of 7. So they're 14 of 27 on the night. Salem 18 of 28. So yeah, it's been an interesting night. Definitely you can see some rust on some players, but overall it's been a pretty entertaining game. We're ready to go back to action. Here comes Cameron all the way down against Parsons, and he'll be fouled and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Trey Parsons just put the big paw up there and just prevented him from going in. It's his first foul, and Kramer goes to the line to shoot 2. In overtime. The free throw is no good. Dixon coming off a 15-win season last year. Tigers came out flying, but Dixon has slowed them down. Next free throw is also no good, and Parsons brings down that rebound. Bringing it down is Richter over the timeline. Stops, wants to go to Moody, can't. Now flips it across to May. Bryson May in front of the Salem bench. Hanging on to it with 3:35 left to go in overtime. Moody all down low to Richter, trying to get it up. No good. And McBride will foul out on that miss. Trey Richter had the chance there, but McBride will foul out with 9 points and 6 rebounds in this one. So Richter, who has 2 out of 6 from the stripe, will shoot free throws. .333 to go in overtime. Free throw is good. Salem up by 1. Hayden Sanders, who fouled out of the game, standing on the side, watching, clapping. Second one, no good. Ball still loose on the floor and taken down and tipped, but kept in control by Sinden. Hard battle, but then Trey Richter will foul Sinden. Well, they're really calling things very tight here. So Richter will get his 3rd foul. Sinden will go to the line. He's shot very well in the free throw line. Salem with a 1-point lead, and Sinden's free throw is no good. Case Sinden with 16 points in the game, makes it 17 and ties it up. Back to an even ball game again, 58-58. Richter across to Landon Richter, back to May. Bryson May to Trey Richter, guarded there by Young. He's got 4 fouls. Richter all the way down, jump pass underneath the Parsons, and who's got the ball? I'm going to call it a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Salem. Pass was down there, and Richter and Parsons both battled for it. Actually, almost 2 Salem guys battling for it. More than it was the opponent. So Trey Richter will inbound it. Quickly to Cade Moody. Cade Moody trying to get inside, ball tip, but he goes able to retrieve it back to Landon Richter on near center court. 2:55 to go. Landon to Cade Moody. Moody hanging on to it, guarded by Sinden. Gives it off to May. Back to Trey Richter. Trey hanging on to it, slowing it down. Over to Cade Moody. Back to Bryson. To Trey Richter. Richter now getting double teamed, goes in the corner to Landon Richter. In the middle to May. Lost it, comes to Moody, trying to go in. He's fouled there. And that'll be Yoakum fouling out. So Maverick Yoakum will foul out as well. He has 8 points and 5 rebounds. And Moody will go to the line to shoot 2. Caden Moody. Does not have a point in the game, has 1 rebound. And Tavante Hogshooter will come back in. He played in the first half, has not played in the second half until now. So Caden Moody with 2:24 to go, shooting 2. First free throw, good. Salem with a 1-point lead. Caden. Next free throw. Off the iron. Parsons brings it down, puts it up, no good. And then a foul called on Parsons. He got the rebound but missed the shot. And a foul the other way, and we go right down the other way and start shooting free throws again. For Trey, that's his 2nd foul. And Camden Burns will go to the line. Free throw is no good. Burns' next free throw is no good. Brought down by Parsons. Reaching in with 2:15 to go. Salem with a precarious 1-point lead as Moody gets it across to Richter. Richter driving down underneath the Parsons. Up and in! Over the back pass by Richter to Parsons. He banks it home. 2 minutes left in overtime. Salem with a 3-point lead. Sinden goes across to Young. Down low, tipped away by Parsons. He was trying to get it to Hogshooter. Trey knocked it away. Ball belongs to Dixon on the baseline. 1:51 to go. Pass to Hogshooter. Out on top, Sinden. Back inside to Young. Back to Sinden from the corner, driving down. Sinden out to Young for the three-pointer. It's off the rim, no good. And a foul called on whom? As May and the Hogshooter battle for it. Who's going to get the foul? It looks like it's going to be Dixon. On Hogshooter, his first foul. As May brought down the rebound. So May will shoot 2 with 1:40 to go in overtime. Bryson with 17 points in the game. Student section giving them the whammy. Once that free throw, they get it. Remove all those bad spirits and those missed free throws. May having a phenomenal night from the free throw line. Has a key one here. Make it a 5-point lead if he can make it, and he does. He's got 19. Salem up by 5. 1:35 to go. Sinden into the offensive zone. Salem in a half-court defense. Getting across to Burns. Back to Sinden. Tip. Comes down to him. Goes to Young for a three-pointer. It's good. Drew Young gets the 3 from the corner, and it's back to a 2-point ball game. And Coach Ray calls timeout. 63-61, Salem on top. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center in Salem is here for all of your veterinary needs. From your house cat to a herd of cattle, Dr. Cunningham and her expert staff are here to help. Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center is committed to providing your animals with the highest level of care and support. Schedule an appointment today for checkups, boarding, surgery, supplies, or even 24/7 emergency services for established clients. Stop by or call in today and get the veterinary care that your pets deserve.
Welcome back. It's overtime at Salem High School Gym. Don't forget our post-game show coming up right after the game. Brought to you by Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon. Salem student contingent right below us. You might be hearing them. They're rooting on our Tigers, 63-61. Don't forget our next contest on KSMO Media. It'll be Tuesday night from Licking. The Cat Classic. The Lady Tigers first. The boys second. Both games can be heard and watched on KSMO Media from Licking. Salem will inbound the ball after the three-pointer by Drew Young. That is Young's third three-pointer of the game. 4 total in the contest for Dixon. Salem has 3. Pass to Richter, across it comes to May, and May is fouled there by Sinden going for the steal. So Case Sinden now has 4. May back to the line to shoot 2. So May, who gave Salem a 5-point lead, will try and right now make it a 3-point lead. And the free throw, no good. He has another coming. 1:16 remains. May's free throw is no good. Brought down, though, underneath by Richter. Across to May. Goes for the layup, missed it. Parsons tips it in! Parsons able to tip it in, and the Tigers lead by 4. Down to a minute now. Sinden a long three. Gets off the iron. Comes out high. Comes down to Young. To Cameron. Trying to bank it in. No good. Gets his own rebound and scores. And the Tigers foul on the play. Kramer, I think I called him Cameron, gets his own rebound and is able to score. And then the foul is called on Trey Parsons for bumping him after that. The shot by Sinden missed. It's a 4-point Salem Tiger, should be a 2-point lead after the basket. They have not put that on the board. And now they finally have. Kramer with a free throw. It's no good, but it's brought down by Sinden. He fires it out on top. Here's Young with it. Young getting it out to Ford. All the way across. Stolen away by Richter. Trey Richter with the steal. It's tipped. No foul called on that one. He has it. Goes all the way across to Landon. He'll put up a three. No way. And Landon misses it. Now Trey Richter called for the foul. What is Landon doing? He puts up a three, and all you got to do is run the clock out, and it allowed Dixon to get the rebound. Wow. Young error right there, but that really can cost Salem here in this game. Landon had nobody around him and could have dribbled it in. Instead, he tries a three, and he could have just taken time off the clock. Now Kramer with the free throws. First one's good. Wow. Hawks shooter back in the game, 65-64. John Kramer. Next one, short, brought down by Parsons. Flips it out to Richter. Salem with a 1-point lead, and now May is fouled by Hawks shooter. Parsons with 5 rebounds in this overtime. 25 seconds left. And May will shoot 2 more. First one, short. Bryson has another one still coming. Next one, good. 2-point lead for Salem, and timeout called with 25.4 seconds left. What a game. You can definitely tell first game of the year, maybe a little nervousness, maybe a little anticipation, but we're going to keep it here. 66-64, and thank all those great sponsors that make it possible for us to bring you Tiger athletics and events in town like New Life Auto, Tater Sporting Good and Taxidermy, Melvin Motors and more. On the spot glass. We can do that glass repair for you. The local on 4th Street, United Country Salem Realty, and all Farm Plus Construction and Ag Services in Salem. Each team has a timeout left. It's a 2-point Salem Tiger lead. Bryson May was 11 of 12 in the first half, and he has gone 3 of 8 in this second half. So he has 14 out of 20. That's 70%. A couple of these down the stretch. Been tight ones, tough ones to go. A lot of free throws with this new rule. I'm not sure that's what they really want to have, but we're back to play as Dixon inbounds it. Sinden has it. 2-point Salem Tiger lead. Sinden over the time zone. Fires a pass across to Young. Down the corner. Coming down, and a foul called on Parsons with 11 seconds left on Burns. So Parsons now has his 4th foul. Burns' free throw is good. 1-point ball game, 11.8 seconds left. Burns' next one is good. We are tied again. Inbound to May. Back to Trey Richter. 9 seconds left. Richter to the timeline. Richter all the way down to the paint. Short jumper, too short. Brought down underneath. 1 second left, and that's it. We're going to double overtime. 66-66. And we're going to take a 1-minute break and come back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
I'm Dr. Tiffany Bland with Salem Memorial District Hospital. Recently, there have been many changes within our local clinics and hospitals, and you may find yourself looking for a new provider for your children. At SMDH, we would like to reach out to the community to let you know that we do see patients of all ages. Most of our providers are family practice, which means that we have been trained to see well-child visits as well as sick visits. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Well, in that first overtime, Drew Young had a 3 and John Kramer had a basket, and then 4 of 10 from the free throw line was Dixon. Trey Parsons had 2 baskets for Salem, and they went 5 of 10 from the free throw line. So each team scores 9 points, and we're still stuck at 66-66. It's still a tie ball game. And we got more basketball to play, but there's a lot of fouls been called in this game. A lot of guys with 4 fouls, 2 guys for Dixon. Yoakum and McBride have fouled out. 1 for Salem. Hayden Sanders has fouled out. Kaylee back in for Salem. We'll tip it off against Drew Young. Going to go the other way. So another 4-minute overtime. Gately and Young comes right to May. May for the layup, and is knocked out of bounds by Kramer. Good job coming back. May was going for the layup, but he got knocked out of bounds. Still belong to Salem Tigers. Just underway here in overtime. Richter fires it out to Landon. Landon Richter back going to Trey. Trey comes down, and a charge called on Landon Richter, or Trey Richter, and he's finished. That's his 5th foul. And he'll be done. They haven't put the foul on the board. I think they're asking if it's an offensive foul or defensive foul. The officials are talking about it. I thought he called a charge against Richter. So Trey Richter fouls out of the ball game, finishes with 12 points and 3 rebounds. Really a bad, well, I kind of call a soft call on that charge. So coming in the ball game will be Lincoln Thomas. Just a sophomore. As Kramer will get it in to Ford. Ford giving it off to Sinden. Thomas's first varsity action. Sinden does not make it across the timeline, and Coach Ray has to call a timeout. He was at the 9-second mark and was just turning up the floor, and I'm not sure he would have made it. So again, timeout called here by Coach Ray. Both teams have had to burn timeouts, and neither team, if I am correct, each should have one timeout left now in overtime. Well, it's been crazy. It was 24-10 Salem Tigers after one quarter, and they came out flying. And then they still led at halftime by a 35-23 score. But at the end of three quarters, Dixon came out with a little different defense in the second half. And the Tigers started trying to take long shots, long threes, as a matter of fact, and they were not successful. And Dixon kept chipping away and finally tied the game. Salem Tigers were able to keep it right there going into overtime. And after one overtime, it's still tied, and here we are again. So after a 5-point lead after three quarters, Dixon came back, tied it. We are still tied, 66-66 here in the second overtime. And you can tell kids are starting to get pretty tired out there. Again, first game of the year. It's been a dandy one. Well, you got your money's worth in this one. But the official, I'm not quite sure. With the new rule with the double bonus after 5 fouls, I'm not sure the strategies of the coaches are with that right now. I'm not sure they have had really time to figure it out. I'm not sure how it's going to really work out very well, but you know, after you get 5 fouls in a quarter, you're not having a one-on-one anymore. You're having the opportunity to go to straight double bonus, and just doesn't seem right. But again, that's my opinion. But we'll see how it plays out over the year. All right, Kramer with it. Kramer stops beyond 3, down to Young. Back to Kramer, gets away from the Tiger defense. Coming in, taking that shot was Kramer, no good, and May brings down the rebound. May hanging on to it with 3:15 to go. Getting it over to Thomas. Lincoln Thomas. His first varsity action coming in the form of overtime. Here's Moody. Inside it goes to Gately. Baby hook, it's good. Caden Gately gives Salem a lead with 2:55 to go. Sinden has it to the timeline. Sinden in the offensive zone. Kick it outside to Young for the 3. It's no good. Taken there by May. And now May's going to get called for a charge as he takes down Kramer. Well, Bryson May will now get his 4th foul, and they'll turn that ball over to Dixon. They say he came up with his arm. And that's a turnover. Giving the ball back to Dixon. And now May with 4 fouls. 68-66. Sinden will inbound. Fires it out on top, getting it is Burns. Burns circles around, fires it outside to Ford. Back to Burns, left side Sinden to the paint, to the hole. And they're going to call a foul on Moody. It doesn't matter if it's on the floor. It's right now everybody's shooting 2. So Caden Moody gets the foul. He doesn't understand the new rule. He doesn't think they're going to shoot free throws, but that's not the way it is. So Sinden goes to the line to shoot 2. Free throw's good. .236 remains in the second overtime. Next free throw is no good. Brought down by Gately. Gately with a rebound. Now across to May. May stops back to Moody. Now over to Thomas. 2:20 to go. Thomas back to Moody. Inside to Gately. Gately trying to get away. Gets knocked down. No call. Comes to Thomas. Back to May. Break for the Tigers there. Now to Richter. Going to Gately. Gately inside. Baby hook. Shot good. Count it. And the foul. His left-handed baby hook goes down. Salem with a 3-point lead, 2:08 to go. Foul called underneath. I'm not sure who was called on. They're going to say on Burns. And that would be his fourth. 2:08 to go. Caden Gately will have a free throw opportunity here. And it's no good. Tipped and brought down underneath by Thomas. Goes back outside to Moody. 3-point Salem Tiger lead to Landon Richter. Giving it to Thomas. Thomas fires it across to May. May is able to get it. Gets by one man. May off the glass. And now another charge called on May. And he's out of the game. Bryson May called for a charge. I'm not sure what that official was really looking at, because it didn't look like there was any charge on the play. Just May had better position, but there was contact made, I will say, with the Dixon player, and the official did not hesitate, quickly called it a charge. So it'll be Dixon ball, and Gapsch is going to come in. Braden Gapsch. So May is fouled out. He finishes with 20 points in the game. With 1:50 to go, Gapsch comes in for May. Pass comes across to Kramer. Comes down to Burns. Burns flips it up. No good. Brought down by Gapsch. Fires it across to Thomas. Thomas down for the layup. Lays it up, and it's good! 5-point lead. Sinden lost it to Gapsch, and then falls on Gapsch and then hands it to Thomas. Thomas to Moody, and he puts it up. No good, but he is fouled. Tigers with a big steal. Coming from two of their JV guys. Big play by Thomas. Gapsch with the tap steal. Thomas got the ball on the, they tried to flip it across. It leads to the foul on Kramer, his fourth. Moody to the line to shoot two. He's 1 of 2. 5-point Salem lead with 1:20 still to go in the second overtime. Free throw good. Not many have left. Moody waits. Patiently takes it. It's good. 7 points, Salem Tiger lead with 1:18 to go. Pass goes into corner to Young. His shot blocked by Gately, his 5th block of the game. Slammed that one out of bounds. Stays with Dixon. What a block by Gately coming out of nowhere. He got high and just knocked that one away on the 3-point attempt. Kramer now over to 4, down to 1:05 left. Back to Sinden, between the circles. Sinden goes back outside on top, getting it now to Kramer. Kramer into the paint, flips it up, it's no good, and Gately brings down the rebound. And the other way, foul called as Richter starts moving up the floor. And I believe Dixon will have another player bite the dust in the form of John Kramer, who finishes the game with 6 points. I'm sorry. Yep, 6 points. There we go. 6 points and 3 rebounds for Kramer. 6 players now eliminated from this game, as Landon Richter hits the free throw. He's 3 of 5 from the stripe tonight. That's his 11th point. 8-point lead. 3-possession game, and he misses that one. And a foul called on Thomas, trying to get that rebound, and that stops the clock and allows Drew Young to shoot 3 free throws, which is what you don't want to have happen. Young guy mistake. His first foul. But with the 8-point lead, let Young grab it, bring it down. They still got to score 3 times. And that young man has played well here in this overtime. Young hits the free throw. He has another one coming. He hits that one as well. Timeout called by Coach Ray with 51.6 seconds left. Now a 6-point lead. Still a 2-possession game with the Salem Tigers on top here in the second overtime. Let's take a 30-second break and come back with more overtime basketball on KSMO Media. We'll take a 30-second break and return. 75-69 Salem. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and ThinkTime make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Been a long ball game. Been a long night here at the high school gym with freshmen lost to Dixon, 18-15. They got off to a slow start, fell down 11-0, came back and almost got it tied in that half game. And then the Salem JV, they really had their way. They defeated Dixon 62-28. And here we are in double overtime. Salem will inbound it against the Dixon Bulldogs. It's been a dandy ball game. Seesaw back and forth after the Salem Tigers got out to just a tremendous start. Dixon has stayed in there and battled back. Here's Landon Richter. What a move to get away from 2 Dixon Bulldogs in the corner. Thomas underneath the Gately. He lays it in. He's got 6 points in this double overtime. 77-69, 35 seconds left. Pass comes across to Sheldon, to Sinden. They need to shoot. Sinden with a shot, no good. And then Landon Richter fouled there by Young, and Young will be finished for the night. Young will foul out. He finishes the night with 16 points. Salem with 27.5 seconds away from their first win of the year. Right now with an 8-point lead, Richter, if he hits both, can make it a 4-possession game, and that can pretty well all but seal this game. Landon with the first. It's good. Nine-point lead. Salem should just back out off the line. He made a move. 10 points, Salem Tiger lead. Sinden will bring it down. Quick pass knocked away by Caden Moody with just a slam of the arm, and he'll say it went off the Dixon player to belong to Salem Tigers. They are. Moody will fire it all the way across to Thomas. Giving it to Richter, 20 seconds to go. Sinden bumps him, but they already know this one's over. Here's Gately, turns, spins off the glass, and it's good. Caden Gately with 8 points in the second overtime. And now they can see Salem Tigers will win it by a final score of 81-69 in double overtime. What a game to start your season. You're a basketball fan. Let's hope there's a lot more of these to come. The students go on the floor, waving the Salem Tiger flag, and of course the handshake with the Dixon Bulldogs. What a matchup. Salem and Dixon open the season, and we may have more of this come Tuesday night when we go to Licking for the Cat Classic. We'll give you some stats when we return. We're going to take a 3-minute break and come back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Salem Tigers in double overtime. They defeat the Dixon Bulldogs by a final score of 81-69. And then what a game. Salem comes out like gangbusters, gets the lead, a 14-point lead. Actually got up 18 points in this game for just a moment, and then finished with a 14-point lead after one quarter. Still had a 12-point lead at halftime, but Dixon never gave up. They kept battling. They changed their defense a little bit and forced Salem to the outside, and they tried the long shots. It was not working. Salem finished with only three three-pointers in the game. Unofficially, I have them trying 15. That's unofficial. And Dixon wasn't much better. They got 4 out of about 20. So still, neither team shot very well for the three-point line. However, it didn't take away anything from the game. Both teams made a lot of mistakes in this first game of the year. A lot of turnovers and a lot of steals. Some things you would hope that they're going to be corrected, and I'm sure they will by the coaches after this game. But, you know, some things that you know aren't good plays. You're trying to make something happen. You're trying to force things in. That's just normal for the first game of the year because you think your adrenaline's going fast. You think you can make it. And then you just have to calm things down and kind of take a look at it. When you look back at the game afterwards, you start thinking, like, why did I try and do that, or why did I make that mistake? Landon Richter had tried a 3 late in the game, which if he just held on to the ball, Salem Tigers possibly just could have won the game going out. But unfortunately, the young man tried it, missed the shot, came down in the hands of Dixon. They ended up getting a foul off that rebound and coming back and scoring points. Those are the kind of things you know coaches are going to be talking about. But it's an interesting scenario for the whole game. really have to enjoy this one as Salem Tigers, they finished with 18 turnovers and yet 17 steals. That's a lot. And Dixon 20 turnovers and 15 steals. Salem was out-rebounded by Dixon in this game, 32-26. But they still won the game, 81-69. Free throw shooting, Salem 28 of 45. 28 of 45. That's 62%. While Dixon shot 21 of 41. That's just a smidge over 50%. Leading scorers in this game, Case Sinden, 18 points. 16 for Drew Young in the game. Then 9 for Thomas McBride. 8 for Maverick Yoakum. 8 for Cameron Burns. 6 for John Kramer. And then 2 for Dominic Sheldon in the contest. Leading rebounder in the game was Burns with 8. 6 for McBride. 5 for Yoakum. And then 3 each for Snyder, Kramer, and Young. And then 2 each for Sheldon and Hogshooter who came in the game. So 32 rebounds for those Dixon Bulldogs. The Salem Tigers leading rebounder in the game was Trey Parsons. He had 6, 5 of them coming in overtime. Pretty impressive. 5 rebounds for Caden Gately in the game, with 2 of those coming in overtime. Bryson May and Trey Richter each with 3 rebounds. 3 also for Leighton Mink, 2 for Briar Bobbitt, and 2 for Hayden Sanders, and then 1 for Cade Moody, 1 for Lincoln Thomas in the contest. Thomas finishes with 2 points in the contest in his first varsity action. Tip our cap to him. Very good job by him, and Braden Gaps got a chance to get a little time in the game as well. They came up with a big steal at the end of the game that really helped solidify the win for the Salem Tigers, coming in after, well, the troops are being depleted on both sides very quickly with all the fouls that were being called. So good job. Leading scorer for the Salem Tigers, 20 points for Bryson May. He finishes with, if I have this right, and I'm pretty sure I do, finishes with 14 free throws made out of 20 attempts. That's a lot of attempts at free throws, and he finished with 14. He was 11 of 11 to start the game. 11 of 11, 8 of 8 in the first quarter, and first 3 in the second quarter. Then he missed the next 3, made the next 3, and then missed the next 3. Crazy, crazy game. 13 points for Landon Richter, 12 for Trey Richter, 10 for Trey Parsons in the game. He got 4 of those points in overtime. So very impressive for Trey, his play in overtime. And again, a good job by all the Tigers in overtime as well. Some key ingredients in this game. Caden Gately finishes with 8 points in this contest. And in all honesty, he finishes with 10 points in the game, 10 points in the game. In all honesty, he played what I will call a quiet, good defensive game early. Finishes with 5 clean blocks in the game. So he didn't have been on the scoreboard much early on in the game, but he came over with some key blocks, especially in that second half, and then 1 key block in overtime, blocking Drew Young's 3-point attempt. Boy, it was a fantastic block coming from virtually out of nowhere and getting up high. So you got to really appreciate that. So contributions sometimes are not always in points, and they can be other ways. And his 10 points were definitely a bonus, but 8 of those coming in the second overtime. 8 in the second overtime. So good job for him. 6 points for Hayden Sanders, and then 3 points for Caden Moody as well as Leighton Mink. 2 points for Lincoln Thomas, and 2 for Briar Bobbitt in the game. 2 for Briar Bobbitt in the game. So a lot of scoring, a lot of different guys. We mentioned the turnovers, mentioned the steals, and foul outs. Well, Hayden Sanders fouled out of the game. Bryson May fouled out of the game. Trey Richter fouled out of the game. For Dixon, it was John Kramer fouling out of the game. Also, they had 4 fouled out, as Drew Young also fouled out of the game. Maverick Yoakum and McBride also fouled out of the game for Dixon. So the benches were getting a little thin by the end of the second overtime. As we mentioned, the scoring in this one, 24-10 after a quarter, 35-23 Salem on top after the half, 46-41 after 3 quarters, tied at the end of regulation, 57-57, 66-66 the score after the first overtime, and Salem wins it 81-69 in double overtime. Well, hope you enjoyed this one. It was a fantastic win for the Salem Tigers, who will be in Licking Tuesday night. It'll be the Cat Classic, not only the boys, but the girls as well. And we'll be bringing you both of those games on KSMO Media. Wow, hope you enjoyed this one. Long night of basketball here at the high school gym, but a big win for Salem and a big win for their JV, who also won tonight, hands down, 62-28. Freshmen lost a tough one, 18-15, but again, they started out slow. They couldn't buy a basket early on. Got down 11-0, but battled back and got within a three-point shot, and they almost got that one near the end of the game to tie it, but they came up short 18-15. So good showing by all three Salem Tiger teams here tonight at the high school gym. For Jim back at the station, for Ben operating the controls out in the hallway, he doesn't like being in the gym anymore. No, I'm just a little bit more comfortable out there for him. We want to thank all of you for joining us for Tiger basketball. It's a good start, isn't it? Salem Tigers 81, Dixon 69. We hope you have a fantastic weekend. Tomorrow night on KSMO Radio, more football action, more hockey action. We got Missouri football against Florida. 6:30 is the start of the game. We'll have that right here, KSMO. Immediately following that, we'll join the Blues game from Los Angeles in progress, and then more Blues hockey from Anaheim on Sunday night at 6:30. All those will be here on KSMO AM 1340 FM 95.7. For those of you streaming with us, we appreciate you being part of our broadcast as well. Again, for Jim back at the station, it's been a long night for him. For Ben here, we've had a long day here at the gym. And for yours truly, Stan Stevens, thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Tuesday night from Licking. Good night from the high school gym.
Thank you for watching this KSMO Media broadcast of Salem Tiger basketball. This game was brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Salem Memorial Hospital, Farm Bureau Insurance, Salem Memorial Clinic, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa, Uni Auto Supply, Townscreen LLC, Taxmasters, Town and Country Insurance, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Incorporated, Southtown Furniture, Healthy Dent County, New Life Auto, Tater's Sporting Good and Taxidermy, Melvin Motors and more, On the Spot Auto Glass, The Local on 4th Street, United Country Salem Realty, All Farm Plus Construction and Ag Services Company, Looking Glass Salon, Flying W Boutique, Hubs Tire Center, and Ozark Overhead Door LLC. Thanks to those fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger basketball right here on KSMO Media.